What's up? Dare to be great. We are live from the lobby again of the Ayana Mid Plaza Hotel in Jakarta, and we're wrapping up day 4 of the group stages, and I'm hanging out with Murano and Ady. They are from, at least for M4, Incendio Supremacy. And here's our 10 minutes with them, all right? So Murano is a caster for Turkey, and Murano, did you cast the qualifier that Incendio Supremacy was part of?
Evet, daha önce Incendio'nun maçlarını sundum. Incendio takımıyla gerçekten çok iyi zamanlar geçirdik ve bence Türkiye'nin en iyi çıkabilecek ve buraya gelebilecek en iyi takımlardan birisinin olduğunu düşünüyorum. Öyle. Soruya doğru cevap mı verdim?
You want me to translate?
Yes, please, just as much, yeah.
So basically, it said like, yeah, he casted them for qualifiers. Their name was the Turkish Championess, the Turkish Championship 2022.
Turkey Championasi.
Yeah, it's like championship in Turkish. So yeah, he thinks Incendio team is basically the all-star team and the best possible team we could bring it to Turkey from Turkey. And yeah, we are looking forward to what's going to happen, and we're very excited.
Yeah. All right, so Ady is handling esports right now for mainly Turkey, the CIS, and a few other countries in that region of the world. And what can you say so far about how Incendio Supremacy has performed, and how maybe that region and the regions you're handling can eventually integrate into the greater MLBB picture in the coming years?
That's a good question. I think as long as you watch the matches we just recently had, you can definitely see that mechanically and like individually they are very much decent. So like in terms of like how they communicate, how they team fight, they are on pretty good level. What they lack from my perspective is like some experience in terms of pro playing, like playing on stage, being under the stress and pressure, you know. So yeah, because they didn't have any pro leagues before, we had only qualifiers, as we talked before. Oh, by the way, they're just walking around.
Oh, those are your players?
Yes.
Incendio,
Yeah. So yeah, and for the future, we're definitely going to pay more attention for Russian market, CIS market, Ukrainian market, and Turkish market especially, because the player base isn't growing, and we have seen some good talents which definitely need some experience in terms of pro playing.
So that's for the players, and again, tournaments are very important.
Yes.
Murano, you're a caster, right? Given the esports ecosystem, right, in Turkey specifically, how many tournaments do you get to cast, or at least do you guys have consistently over there, like in a span of maybe 6 months? How many major tournaments do you cast?
Son 6 ayda kaç turnuvaya sundun, kaç turnuva kaldı? Yani Türkiye'de kaç turnuva oldu?
Son bir yılda sadece bir tane turnuva oldu. Just one.
So that was the only one.
The M4 qualifier.
Yeah.
That was the only tournament during the last 12 months.
Yes. Ya,
Obviously there were some community cups, you know, like there were some like third party little tournaments, but when it comes to like high tier events, that was the only one during the last year.
şöyle bir şey diyeyim. Mobile Legends bir MOBA oyunu ve MOBA anlamında Türkiye'de çok fazla oyuncu var. Mobile Legends Türkiye'deki birazcık marketingini büyüttüğü takdirde oyun çok fazla oyuncu kazanabilir. Biz sadece ranked maçlarda oyun oynayıp kendimizi geliştirmeye çalışıyoruz ve bu da iyi bir şey değil. Bizim Türk takımımız gerçek oyunu burada gördü. Belki de Türkiye'de bu oyunu görebilseydi, bu hırsı, bu azmi görebilseydi belki de şu anda farklı bir Incendio izliyor olabilirdik.
All right, so something tells me a part of what Murano said is about ranked games.
Yeah, so it's really hard to remember what you said, but like the part of our ranking game is like the only experience they got, the Incendio players in particular, they got from high ranked players. You have to queue for 30 plus minutes, and like
30 minutes?
yes, and like you play some ranked matches, and that's the only experience you got because you have no screen partners, you have no like practice partners or pro league, etc. That's the first part. Sonra ne konuştun?
Ranked'lardan konuştuk. Belki de Türkiye'de Incendio takımının bir rakibi olsaydı farklı bir Incendio izliyor olabilirdik.
So that like if only Incendio had a chance to have their like rival, good opponent to practice with and to learn from, we could see another Incendio, maybe even more stronger.
Burada bir şey daha eklemek istiyorum. Incendio oyuncuları gerçekten çok gençler. Gençli olmaları çok büyük bir avantaj çünkü refleksleri çok önemli. Ve buradaki Onyx, RRQ, diğer profesyonel takımlar bizim oyunumuza çok farklı şeyler kattı. Biz ilk yaptığımız scrimlere bakıyoruz ve şimdiki yaptığımız scrimlere bakıyoruz. Dağlar kadar fark var.
So like the players are young, their reflexes are on a great level, they are excited and passionate.
Like Alien.
like Alien. Like, but before, Alien is actually one of the oldest ones. So
Yeah, he
like,
came from M3. I remember him from
he's
M3.
21, but like the other players are like 17, 18, and we have even like 15 years old player.
And they're tall. Like Turkish kids are big. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, look at him. He's looking like 30 years old. Just guess his age.
No, we already talked about this. Yeah, Murano's 24 by the way.
So and he says the only experience and the only macro plays they could receive and learn, it comes from here, from this hotel, where we screen with good teams like Onyx, RRQ, like Vietnamese teams. So that's a like source of knowledge for the team.
So as it is, Incendio Supremacy already grew so fast.
Absolutely.
When did you arrive? As a team, when did they arrive?
Ayın 25'inde geldi.
26th of December.
So how you guys performed at the group stage is about a week. Is a result of about a week's training.
Gruplarla antrenmanı sonra değil mi?
Nasıl yani öğrendiniz bu hafta içinde?
Şöyle, şimdi ben diğer takımların oyuncularıyla konuştum. Mesela Falcon takımı son 2 yıldır günlük 12 saat antrenman yapıyorlarmış. İlk önce çevir.
So you just talk to any other different teams. For example, Falcon, like these guys are like 2 years in a row, 12 hours a day, one day off during the weeks. They're practicing and grinding.
After. Şimdi bunlar günlük 12 saat çalışıp 2 yıl boyunca bunu tekrarladılar. Ve Incendio sadece maç oynamadan buraya kadar geldi. Eğer 2 yıl böyle çalışsa sence nasıl olurdu?
So yeah, and Incendio just came here without playing any professional games before, except this qualifier. And like, imagine these guys also like grinding hard for 2 years, like 12 hours a day.
And it's that close.
Yes.
Answer this question. You are caster, you are playing this game. So what is your idea about 12 saat
If they
çalışsalardı?
do the same level of like 2 years, 12 hours a day, what would you expect?
Yeah, no. In the Philippines, the players are that age as well, right? They're about 15, 16 when they start. They get signed to a team at 17, 18. And yeah, they're also very young. And also mechanics are high. But yeah, no, I think the same thing would happen if the Turkish get leagues like we do, and if the tournaments are more often. I can't believe that in the past 6 months, 12 months, it's just one big tournament.
And it's like, you know, it's like qualifiers, playoffs, and basically it's like 2 days of offline.
That's it.
Ben Leo'ya şunu sormak istiyorum.
So it's like 4 teams. It was basically they played double elimination. They came from upper bracket, so they played like 3 matches.
To get to the finals?
I mean, no, to play at the finals from top 4. But to qualify, they maybe played like 6, 7 like online matches, and then the playoffs were on Swiss system. I really like the Swiss system.
Yeah, I think given how especially small the ecosystem is, it really, I mean, that's the best you could do, right?
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that in 2023, you guys, that region you're handling really does take off. I think to wrap this up, Murano, you first. Tell me about your wish list. What do you want to see in 2023 for Turkish MLBB?
Ya 2023 yılı için şunları ben diliyorum. Ya bu bir gerçektir. Kendinden daha iyi bir oyuncuyla veya daha iyi bir takımla oynamazsan kendini geliştiremezsin ve Türkiye için daha iyi takımlar görmek istiyorum ve bunun için de Mobile Legends'ın birazcık marketing yapması lazım.
And he's listening.
To grow the region, like you need, and he really wants to have more in the number of teams. So like just multiple good teams, both in terms of mechanics and macro. And to do that, Moonton and Mobile Legends should pay more attention to the marketing side of the game, to also grow the players base. So you have a choice to find like the most talented ones.
Yani ülkemizin nüfusu 80 milyon ve Malezya'nın nüfusu 4 milyondu galiba. Bizim ülkemizden daha fazla nüfuslu ülkeler var ve bizim ülkemizden daha fazla oynanıyor.
So just giving an example, like the Turkish population is like 85 million, and like the Malaysian population is like 4 million. Correct is if we're wrong, but like yeah. So but for sure, obviously there are many more Malaysian players than Turkish players. So
Despite that,
despite the like 20 times difference in number of population itself. So yeah, there is like huge potential to grow and get more players, which which accordingly means that you will have more teams and more players. Like
Ülkemizde en çok para harcanan ikinci oyun Mobile Legends.
so basically in App Store.
Yes.
So basically, Mobile Legends is like top 2 in terms of like spendings from players.
Munson, we spend money.
All right, I think that is I'd say that's a better way of looking at it rather than just immediately attacking esports.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
because you want there to be an audience first.
Yes.
You want there to be more people playing the game so that when the esports do come, there's people watching and it means more to more people.
Yeah. So let me add on that. That's already confirmed. Let's say one of the key focuses for these markets, and especially Turkish market, will be esports for us for sure. So esports is like one of a couple very important key things and killer fishes for us as a game developer.
And I think that brings us to you, Ady, handling that region, being the head of esports over there. We talked about this before we started recording. You have a very rich background, right? You come from older games in a past life.
So let me clarify this. I'm not head of esports because we got a head of esports from LATAM team. His name is AJ. He already worked with MPL LATAM, and he's currently leading our team and also North American one. I'm just leading esports for Russia, CIS, and Turkey in terms of execution morely. Yeah, my background is I was an ex-pro LoL player, League of Legends player. Then I worked with professional teams, so my teams qualified for the international in Dota 2, for 3 different CSGO majors, Overwatch, FIFA, like many different disciplines.
So there's a lot to take from, like, you know, older
Yeah.
games that have succeeded and failed in many different ways. So you're taking that with you.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't even mention like competitive games, but like even if you look at the Incendio like macro play during last week, I think our background from other MOBA games, like PC MOBA games, in terms of like lane management, wave management, lord setup.
You can see it.
Yeah, like we literally were been grinding like 8-10 hours a day just talking about macro because that's the only thing I can bring
Ben
in.
Leo'ya şunu sormak istiyorum.
Ne?
Leo'ya şunu sormak istiyorum. Incendio sadece ve sadece 12 saat antrenman yapıp bir yıl boyunca bunu devam etseydi sence Incendio takımı nasıl bir Incendio takımı olurdu?
Sordun artık bunu.
Sormadım, cevaplamadı ama, cevaplamadı.
He want to ask you a question,
Yeah.
like if you think
Of course.
you take this Incendio and they are grinding for 1 year with the Pro League, where would you expect them to be?
Okay, so like follow-up question to the other one. Well, already Incendio gave Falcon, Burn, and Blacklist a hard time.
Yeah.
Given not even a year, Murano, not even a year, maybe 6 months. 6 months in a boot camp and with more teams. Again, if Incendio had like 2 or 3 solid rivals, and then you could scrim with maybe Malaysian PH Indo teams
Yeah.
like once a week, twice
That's
a
hard
week.
because of the
Servers, it's yeah. I think come M5 or again, I want there to be like an MSC for you guys right over there.
That's not confirmed, but there is
Oh.
a chance. There is a chance. Like at MSC, there will be more regions.
Okay, maybe so MSC is
League.
so MSC is the Mobile Legends Southeast Asian Cup, right? But it I think the world understands that it's more just like the mid-year tournament.
Yeah, it's like I would say like mid-season. So after second split, like usually you have 2 splits or 2 seasons, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And after the second one, you have like M Series,
Yeah.
which is like basically the biggest event of the
Yeah.
year. But between the splits, between the seasons, usually you need to have someone.
Yes. Because 12 months is too long for the big tournament.
Yes.
So, okay, if that's the case, if Incendio Supremacy, this lineup does get like solid training and again a better atmosphere, more competitive ecosystem, then if there is that bigger mid-season tournament, they would kick ass there too.
Ben 2023 yılı için de bir de şunu diliyorum. İnşallah Türkiye'de oyun öyle bir yere gelir de siz bizim güzelim yemeklerimizi yersiniz. Buradaki yemekler çok kötü.
So he said like he hopes that 2023 will be better for us in terms of esports, and maybe you will guys have a chance to come to Turkey to some
M6.
international event for M6 or whatever, and just to try our food because he thinks our like Turkish food is insanely good.
I have never been to Turkey. I've never been to that part of the world. So yes, by all means,
M6.
let's do it. M6, M7, whenever it is. I want to be casting MLBB as long as I could, and I hope the game grows even more. But yeah, real quick, just to close this up, Ady, your wish list for your region, and again, this is with an asterisk because you are actively part of making that happen. Share with us what you can.
So I think like we obviously gonna pay more attention, as I said. I really hope we will have a very decent tier 1 professional league. I'm not sure if from the beginning we will have input of professional organizations, because as you might know, like we have many football clubs. Football is like second religion, I could say, in Turkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like we have many big esports names in like in general in esports. I don't know if they will join from the beginning, but yeah, I really hope to have a decent pro league and maybe more tournaments, second or third tier tournaments, where and they can act like a donor, bring donors of very talented youngsters to get them into the pro league. That's one of my biggest hopes for that particular region.
İnşallah.
Yeah. I mean, just the name alone, right? Like just being a big brand esports name and then supporting MLBB in Turkey. Yo, I can't wait. So that being said, again, Murano, thank you. Ady, how do you say thank you in Turkish?
Teşekkür ederim. Teşekkür ederim.
Teşekkür eder.
Yeah, you are
that
so
was,
good.
That was very good. That was
All
very
right,
good,
with the accent, I mean, I learned from the best.
You are best bro, you are caster. İnşallah bir gün seninle maç sunarız.
All right.
He said he hopes one day he will cast a match with you.
No. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut this short because I'm gonna talk to Murano more about casting because I watched them and they're hot. You guys check them out. It's on YouTube. With that being said, support Incendio Supremacy in the upcoming knockout stage of M4. That'll be great. See y'all then.